For decades, the story of Southeast industry was told in the past tense. Factories that once employed thousands, plants that once built cities, mines that once powered a nation. But today, something is changing. Across Abia, across Enugu, across Ebonyi, and across Anambra, state governments are not just talking revival, they are designing it. This is not the story of what was, this is the story of what is being rebuilt and what it could mean for millions. Enugu's identity was built on coal, but the modern revival effort is not about returning to 1950. It is about energy diversification. The Enugu state government has opened discussion on coal asset concessioning, explored private mining partnerships, positioned Enugu as an energy and industrial service hub, linked coal revival discussion with power generation initiatives. The economic impact: if coal to power projects are implemented, industrial electricity costs could reduce, manufacturing competitiveness increases, direct mining jobs return, indirect jobs multiply across logistics and services. Energy stability is the foundation of industrial rebirth. Nkalagu Cement Factory. Ebonyi State has consistently emphasized industrial revival as core policy. Efforts include negotiation for technical partnerships, asset restructuring discussions, industrial cluster development around Nkalagu. Why does this matter? Cement demand in Nigeria remains extremely high. If Nkalagu operates at competitive capacity, thousands of direct factory jobs would be created. Quarrying and haulage employment would increase. Construction costs would reduce in the region. Increased internal generated revenue would increase for Ebonyi State people. Industrialization reduces dependency on federal allocation. It strengthens fiscal independence. Abia State has taken deliberate steps towards asset recovery. Golden Guinea Revival discussion represents more than a beer production. It represents agricultural value chains, sorghum and grain supply contracts, youth employment, manufacturing tax revenue. The multiplier effect is significant. One functioning brewery supports farmers, transporters, retail distributors, hospitality business. Economic modeling shows that agro-linked manufacturing has one of the highest employment multipliers in emerging markets. Abia State has shifted focus towards revamping industrial layouts, road reconstruction in Aba, power improvement partnerships, SME integration into formal supply chains. Star Paper Mill's conceptual revival ties into packaging for urban manufacturers, recycling industrial growth, reduce import dependency. If paper production returns locally, packaging cost drops, competitiveness improves, exports becomes viable under AFC FTA after. Aba Textile Mills. State-level conversations now center around industrial parks, garment clusters, SME formalization, border enforcement advocacy. Textiles are labor-intensive. That means jobs, thousands of them. Revival in textile manufacturing could reduce import dependence, boost Made in Nigerian campaigns, position Aba as Africa's garment hub. Sunrise flour mills. Food processing offers stable demand, broad supply chains, urban and rural economic integration. Enugu's industrial repositioning include agro-processing emphasis, revived flour mills, means farm contracts, transport jobs, bakery expansion, food security resilience. Onitsha River Ports. Anambra State continues advocating operational efficiency for the port. Why? Because logistics determines industrial competitiveness. If the port functions optimally, freight costs decline, export timeline shorten, Onitsha traders expand globally. Lower transport costs equals higher profit margins. Higher margins equals reinvestment. Reinvestment equals growth. The recently revamped and revitalized Niger Gas Company supports energy stability and industrial growth. Industrial gas expansion supports hospitals, manufacturing plants, welding and fabrication clusters. Energy reforms and gas expansion projects directly affect SME productivity, production skill, and manufacturing survival rates of companies and factories in the region. If these industries operate at even 60% capacity, potential outcomes include tens of thousands of direct jobs, hundreds of thousands of indirect jobs, increased internal generated revenue (IGR), reduced youth unemployment, decreased migration pressure, stronger regional GDP contribution. Industrial revival also reduces insecurity through job creations, encourages diaspora investment, strengthens fiscal autonomy. A coordinated Southeast Industrial Corridor could link Abia's manufacturing, connect Anambra's trade, anchor Enugu's energy, leverage Ebonyi's raw materials, and Imo's huge natural gas reserves. Regional integration multiplies impact. Revival is not automatic. It requires policy consistency, infrastructure investment, energy stability, private capital, public trust, but the blueprint exists. The assets exist. The workforce exists. The market exists. What is happening now is the early stage of economic repositioning. If sustained, the Southeast will not just revive old industries, it will redefine its economic future. If you believe in state-driven economic revival, if you believe the Southeast can industrialize again, subscribe to 1010 Media, because the story is still unfolding and the East is not declining, it is reorganizing for resurgence.